We're going to use a commercial. It's called a low boy burner. That's a stock pot burner. But you know what? You can use a campfire. You can use a turkey fryer.
What they've told us, Chad, is if you use this pot on the inside, it has to be a high heat.
Yes.
You know, so and it's going to smoke a little bit. So for us at home, it's going to be better for us to use our turkey fryer.
Oh yeah, definitely. You want to put it outside.
You don't have to go into a lot of expense. Cast iron,
which is my favorite.
Okay.
Want to put these birds in here?
This thing says to put the breast towards the cone.
I'm going to put them in, all in the bottom, right here. It's got a little rack to sit in.
We've got 4 birds here, so.
This is plenty enough, and you can kind of even layer it a little bit. Okay. Now, we're going to take the rest of these oranges, put these guys in here. This is going to help out with the moisture.
Okay. Bay leaves, garlic.
Bay leaves, whole garlic.
I'll grab some garlic.
You got that.
I'll grab bay leaves too. That's looking awful festive.
And I have some flat leaf Italian parsley here. Right now what we're using on this to about 4 birds is about 2 whole cloves of garlic, peeled, not even sliced. You just want it whole since it's going to cook slow in the roaster, and you want it to pull all the flavor out. If you cut it too much, it's going to burn and all that fun stuff. Something else, my favorite when you cook with this is going to give it even more moisture. Some nice, thick, good bacon. Don't skimp on this, but we're going to layer it.
The recipe called about, what, 6 slices per bird?
About 6 per bird.
Yeah,
and you can, you know,
but the way we're laying it all in here in this roaster, you don't have to go exactly by the recipe.
No. Recipes are guidelines, kind of like maps. It's easy to get lost, but easy to get found. Does that make any sense?
Oh, yeah. Hey, my granny taught me how to cook by, a smidgen of this and a handful of that.
Nice. How you want to cook this is about 5 minutes per pound, of whatever you can put in here. Now, it's not limited to fowl. You can cook roast, and
turkey.
Anything in this guy
We've already cooked the turkey. You can do soups. You can do desserts in this.
Oh yeah, this is it's a great convection Dutch oven pot. We have some chicken broth right here, just right on top. It's going to give a little bit of juice. Out of the can store chicken broth. If you really like making it, then hey, go ahead. And for the chef.
This is the wine he was talking about. Let's see. It smells pretty.
It's a good dessert wine, but it's nice. It's got a lot of sugar in it, a lot of sweetness.
Oh my, that's very sweet.
Yes.
I'll keep that.
About a 1/4 cup into
Who was it? The Galloping Gourmet.
Yeah. And Bruce, the guy down in the corner.
Okay.
About 1/4 cup of the tawny.
Takes, huh?
Yeah, that's about it.
Oh,
and that's ready to go. That's the easiest part right there.
Now, here we go. What we do, now when we did the turkey, you notice that this thing does have a hole in the side of it to put your thermometer into your meat. Yep. But we're going by a different recipe. We don't need the thermometer. You know how much weight we've got here and how long we need to cook it. So
it's about 10 pounds of bird, so we got about 20 minutes of cooking.
And like I said, he's using the big, cooker for here in a restaurant. But for us at home, at my house, am using the burner that goes to our turkey fryer. So that will be just great. Let me get this out of your way. And now we're going to need this.
We're going to do the mango chutney. And we
have
have
chutney. Now see, I've heard of corn chutney and different...
Tomato chutney, you can do things. Mango chutney is nice. It's got a lot of sugar and a lot of sweetness in the mango. It's going to go really good with the tawny port that's in the pheasant. Kind of just add to it. It's a nice little glaze. You don't need a whole bunch of this with it. It's just it goes a little, garnish on the plate type deal. But it's got a fantastic flavor. What we're going to do is, this is about the meat of 1 mango. It's been diced up. You can go frozen mango. You can go fresh mango. It's getting cooked down however you like it. This is a fresh product right here. I'm going to throw that in there. And then we've got a bell pepper that we kind of sliced up. We're going to take about half of this, which is about 1 bell pepper. Throw that in there. A little bit more of the salt, about a tablespoon of salt and pepper mixed, so half and half. Also, if you like more, you can definitely put more in there. And then
You're using some other kind of salt.
Kosher salt.
Okay.
It's good for texture. I just like the way it
I
plans out.
noticed that. That's why I brought that.
A little bit of butter. It's going to help once the mango starts cooking down, not to stick to the bottom of the pot.
Okay.
And then you have balsamic vinegar,
Okay.
which is nice. Whenever it reduces, it pulls out a lot of the sweetness also in the vinegar.
Oh.
Burns off a lot of that tart taste.
Okay.
So
So you have kind of a sweet and sour?
Yeah, a little bit. About 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar in here.
Okay.
That is done.
We'll take
it
this
has to
the
cook.
stove.
That's it. So
We'll cook that in just a minute because we've got another treat here. We get a
squash.
skillet this time. I
my
love
favorite.
squash.
My favorite.
Yellow
Take the
is
rest
my-
of our butter, which is about half of a stick of butter.
Okay,
We're
that's
gonna put
quarter
this
of a cup.
Quarter of a cup. White onion, sweet white onion, does definitely the key in this thing. We're going to throw this guy in here. This is a whole one right here. We're obviously going to use about a half of a full-size onion is what you want to go with. Just rough cut it in there.
Okay.
Then we're going to take and throw in a bell pepper, the rest of it.
The rest of what we used for the pheasant.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
And then the squash.
Now, how many of these do you want?
Throw them all in there.
Put them all in. I would say that's about 3 or 4 little yellow
Good size
squashes.
yellow squash. You can get summer squash. You can do zucchini with this. You can do any of the good sturdy, root type gourd, fruits and stuff like that, which is great with it. But I'm a big fan of squash, so we're doing squash tonight.
So we're doing squash. Well, I am too. So.
And then a little bit more of the olive oil. It helps with the non-sticking part, and it gives it a little bit of the nice flavor to it.
It mixes them all up.
This you're just going to saute down really quick, 5-10 minutes on the stove, low heat, season it up how you want. And that's pretty much it.
I've got the chutney going. Chad's got the yellow squash going. He's gonna, he's the chef, so he gets to flip things. I'll stir. Well, I got to tell you, I had a great time in South Dakota with the guys, and we got a lot of good hunting in. And it was my first time ever get to go pheasant hunting, and it was really quite a trip. To see the dogs work and everybody shooting birds, and of course we brought home a lot of birds.
Oh yeah.
So I thought, what better thing to do than cooking on the wild side?
Yeah, I mean, it always gets stuck behind the skillet, and y'all get to go behind, the hunting and fishing trips.
Well, that's your fault. You opened the restaurant, not me.
Yeah, that mango chutney right there is actually pretty good. You just wanted it to kind of thicken up a little bit and kind of
there.
get the color, but another minute or so, and that's pretty much good to go right there.
Cool.
The squash is getting soft. You want it, it's getting a little bit on the translucent side. And we're pretty much almost ready with the sides. And hopefully, our birds will be done shortly. That's
right. So we'll be back and we'll show you what we're going to do with all this good food that's cooking on right here. All right, squash is all done. I'm going to be laying down a layer of the squash on the plate. Chad's coming up behind me here.
With the pheasant.
And it only took about 30 minutes for these 4 pheasants to cook.
Oh, these bad boys are done. Get a good one. Lay out on the plate here.
So, guys, we're talking about a meal with a big name, very simple, in 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, since Chad has done that,
there's some of that orange on there.
Let's lay the bay leaf over here.
The roasted garlic's my favorite part.
Oh, yeah. And you kind of spread some of this chutney over the top of it for a little sauce. And voila, you've got dinner. Serve some nice wine with it, and you've got it whooped. Chad, that's awesome. I never thought up in the woods, up there hunting, shooting these birds down, what in the world are they going to taste like? Well, we're fixing to try it out, and I bet it's awesome because it sure smells good, guys.
Yep.
But this is what they want to do, and they got to keep watching Cooking on the Wild Side, because we're going to come up with all different kinds of fun, fast recipes for you guys to share. And remember, our recipes are always on the website. See you next time.
Chad McIntyre.
Cooking on the Wild Side.
For today's recipe and other great ideas, visit Rocky Mountain Television at rmtv.net.